Did you know that the average time spent by a person on the mobile is 4 hours and 5 minutes per day? Did you know that the average time spent by a person doing unconstructive activities is more than 6 hours per day and even more so on the weekends? Just give it a thought. What if we could utilize this time constructively? We are the fortunate few who have grown up in a positive environment, have good family, access to quality education, and fostered in an environment that stimulates our development as an individual. Things that we are thankful for and shows us how lucky we are. But there are a lot of people who don't grow up in a very positive environment. People who haven't had a lot of support from their families and didn't have access to quality education. What if we could spend some part of our unconstructive time trying to support them and trying to make their life better? With this, let me introduce myself. My name is Jenil Shah, and I've been working with Make a Difference for the past 3 years. Let me tell you an interesting story about my experience with the youth at Make a Difference. I am currently teaching 11th standard kid Dinesh, who has taken up science as his stream. Dinesh was initially struggling with computer science had scored only 16% in his exam. Throughout the year, I worked with him on his programming basics and helped him build up his logic. He worked hard and never gave up. He eventually scored a 94% in his exams, and immediately after his marks, he thanked me as to how I not only helped him understand the subject but also taught him how to think. Dinesh now wishes to pursue an engineering course in computer science. Looking back, surely there are a lot of positive things that life has given us. Surely it's a responsibility to contribute our bit to those who haven't been able to grow up in the right environment. Swami Vivekananda once said, "Give me 100 young and energetic youth, and I shall revolutionize the country." We, especially the youth, are in a position to influence the society. Fresh thoughts, innovative mind, dynamic energy, and a strong will to bring about a change are some of the least things that we can offer. And that is where MAD as an organization fits in. Make a Difference is a youth driven non profit organization working to ensure equitable outcomes for children in orphanages and shelter homes. According to a data from UNICEF, India has the largest child population in the world, and nearly 166 million of these are considered to be in the need for care and protection. These children are at a risk and often end up in shelters which are mostly under resourced and focus more on the basic needs than on childcare. The end result is that a poor quality of life leading to poverty and abandonment. Children do not have adequate educational qualifications, life skills, or financial or emotional support to cope outside these institutions. They often end up taking meager jobs or get trapped into alcoholism, violence, or abuse. Make a Difference exists to address these challenges at both a local and a systemic level. The vision of the organization is that even the most vulnerable children in shelters are able to realize equitable outcomes. Make a Difference focuses on providing these children with additional care and support to ensure that they flourish. The minimum target is to ensure these children are able to live a life free from exploitation and are capable of managing emotional and financial life crises. However, the real goal is for children that we work with to end up on par with the stable middle class children. But how do we plan to achieve this? They say, give the man some food and you feed him for a day. Fishing and you feed him for life. Matt does this by three broad strategies. First, Matt tries to empower children through better educational support, emotional health, life skills, and exposure. Children have better outcomes and brighter future if empowered on these number of fronts. These are the skills that one needs in everyday life. Improve the ecosystem around these children by driving better practices among institutions that directly affect their life. These institutions are primary shelters, schools, family, and society. Better care practices among these children and agents that impact the child result in a better quality of life as well as better long-term outcomes. Enable the sector through better data, knowledge sharing, and building networks. The bond that these kids have with young volunteers provides long term personal networks and support systems for children in shelters. This results in more sustainable outcomes and better opportunities for children, exiting shelters and being as an agent of change within the society. Statistics show that 92% of children in shelter homes typically drop out by the age of 18. However, MAD had reversed the trend through its programs, and now more than 90% of the children who are a part of the MAD system have continued into higher education post the age of 18. MAD is currently present in 23 cities, directly impacts 3,400 children, and has a volunteer plus fellow team of more than 3,800. Another piece of information is that 96% of the students in the math system have passed their 10th standard board exams, and 91% of the students leaving the shelter were placed in either colleges, jobs, or training courses. So, if you're thrilled with the work that Make a Difference does, think you can cut a fraction of your unproductive time, and really wish to make a difference to the society, you can join us by registering on makerdif.in, MAKEADIFF.in/join. Thank you.